Hi guys! We are going to continue where we left off. My camera died, so it's the next day. So, yeah, I'm going to answer those questions for you guys now. And there's a couple more questions than there were yesterday. So we're just going to get there. Jackie Martinez would like to know, do you guys ever plan on getting married? And yes, we do. It's just a matter of time. That's kind of up to Sean and when he can afford a ring. So I told Sean that when he proposes, he has to really think it out and do something special. And also get me a puppy. Paige Reeves would like to know, do you have any tips for young parents trying to move to a different state? I guess my main thing, I don't know if I have any tips because our situation was a little unorthodox. Like we were kicked out, you know, of my mom's house, and it just so happened that we had people living in the state that we wanted to move to. And like Sean's mom and his sister had just moved here and they had lived here for a good while. Probably like 6 months, I don't know, maybe 3 months, I don't know. I don't even remember, but they had lived here for a little bit before we moved up here. So I guess that's my main thing is if you're able to find somebody who you can move in with to get up on your feet, or, you know, somebody who's willing to like help you out, be patient and save up a fund, save up for, you know, the moving fees and create a little fund for yourself, because that's another thing that really helped when Sean and I were kicked out of my mom's house. We had a coffee can filled with money that was our savings account for moving into our own place eventually, which at this point we didn't know when that was going to happen. We were just creating a moving fund. But either way, when we were kicked out unexpectedly, then that fund came into hand. It came in handy really well because we had that extra money when we needed it the most. So I guess that's my tip, is to come up with a solid plan, figure out where you want to move, even if you're not sure you want to stay there forever. Come up with a fund, a savings, and then look for jobs there, and yeah. But I'm also kind of in that same boat too, because Sean and I have been talking about moving back to Nevada, which is where I was born and raised. It's kind of like, where do we even start with this? Like, how would we even move to another state, you know, again? So I'm kind of in the same boat too, where it's a tricky situation. Sarah Keenan would like to know, were you able to get the hours needed even though you don't have the deli manager position now? Do you also plan to have Aleia go to preschool or just wait until she officially starts school in kindergarten? As of this point in time, my hours are kind of all over the place. So this week I'm scheduled for 40 hours, but that's just because one of the girls needed to take 2 days off, so I got put in an extra 2 days. But basically how my schedule is looking right now is I'm still only scheduled 20 hours a week because they replaced me on the schedule, like not even a day. Like they replaced me so freaking fast, and it was kind of like, wow. That was freaking fast, you know, like as the deli manager, as everything, like they were on top of that. I went in and I told my boss, you know, all of this, you know, that I wanted to cut my hours, and literally that same day they had me replaced. I did talk to my boss today though, and he was telling me that they're looking at a deli expansion in my place of work, in my store. So, that's going to mean more hours for the deli, so then he'll be able to fit me in on the schedule at 30 hours. In regards to Aleia going to school, I want to get her into preschool. The thing right now is that we don't have insurance for this year, so we have to go get her shots and all of that stuff before she can go to preschool or kindergarten. I'm in the process right now of getting insurance set up and everything, and some of you guys are probably wondering why I don't have insurance. I just don't. Just haven't gotten it yet. So yeah, but I don't need the scolding because my mom already gives me enough of that, so thank you. I am completely clueless with what shots they even need. I don't know anything about that stuff. I mean, like, I figured that when I reached this point in time of parenthood, that I would just have it all figured out. I would know what I needed to do. Motherhood would be a breeze for me at this point, but still, I keep coming into these obstacles where it's like, every step of their life is like something new, and it's like I have no idea what I'm doing. Like with school, no freaking clue, not a clue. Cassie Lee would like to know, how is Sean's new job going? What's up, girl? What's up, Cassie? His job's going all right. It's a job, you know. He's bored of the house cleaning, you know, and I can totally understand, you know, but he's just bored of house cleaning, which, you know, he's not complaining. He, you know, goes to work every day and all that, so it's going fine, but he just, you know, he'd rather do something else. He is still applying at other places, looking for jobs that pay more, because his job only pays minimum wage, but yeah, so it's going all right. It's a job, you know. Tamara McIntyre would like to know, how do you deal with your family so far away? Is Sean working now? Yes, Sean is working now. He works at a Best Western, so he is a house cleaner or a housekeeper, and he cleans the hotel rooms. I have the hardest time. Like literally, I don't remember. I think I might have deleted this clip from my last vlog, but yeah. So my time span is all messed up. Sometime in the past, recent past, I discovered FaceTime on Facebook. Like, you can FaceTime on Facebook, and I had no idea that you could do that. And the other day I was talking to my mom on the phone, and it was like right after I had this horrible day, like right around the time that all of this crap was going on with like my hours and being replaced and everything, and it was just a lot. So I was talking on the phone with my mom, and my mom was giving me a pep talk, and then Maggie told me that we could FaceTime. I literally broke down into uncontrollable tears the moment I saw them and started like speaking with them face to face, and that was when I realized I really, really, really miss my family. And a lot of the time whenever I have my mental breakdowns and I'm like, oh my god, I need to go home, I need to go back to Idaho, what the hell am I doing? I am so out of my league here. It's always because of my family. For the most part, it's always because I miss my family and I want to be with my family. So I really don't have an answer for how do you deal with it, because I don't really deal with it. I kind of just, you know, get really sad. And I guess I would say how I deal with it is FaceTime or just communicating with them and, you know, just talking to them, you know. And it's definitely nothing like being face to face and actually being able to be with them. But, you know, FaceTime and social media really helps. Ashley Louise Boise, or Boyce, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that. Are you planning on putting Aleia into preschool, and does she know the alphabet? I already talked about preschool, and she doesn't know the alphabet. She does know how to count to 10, though. She's learning, like, letters and stuff. We've been teaching her letters and all that, but she's still learning, like, the alphabet and, like, the sounds they make and everything, but she's really good with numbers, which is completely the opposite for me. I was an English person and not a math person, and I'm thinking that she might be a math person versus an English person. Emma Sharman would like to know, how do you cope with the bullying about you being a young mom, and what made you join YouTube and I love you guys so much. I love you too, Emma. Basically, I just don't put up with it. I know who I am. I know that I'm doing my best, and I know that, you know, I'm not a piece of shit. So if somebody tries to come at me and like bully me for being a young mom, like, it's just laughable to me, because it's like, you're so freaking ignorant and naive and dumb that you're gonna sit here and judge me for being young, you know, and a mom. Like, so I really just don't put up with bullies. I laugh at bullies because, yeah. And that's my advice to you, is understand that you are freaking amazing. You're beautiful, you're an amazing person, and that is you, and you need to embrace that. And if somebody else doesn't like that and they have a problem with that, that is their problem. They're the one with the freaking problem, not you. What made me join YouTube? When I first became pregnant, and I started YouTube when I was 18 weeks pregnant, so I had been watching young moms on YouTube my entire pregnancy, but it wasn't until I was 18 weeks pregnant that I finally decided that I was going to start my teen pregnancy YouTube channel, I guess. And the whole reason that I started it was just because I loved seeing how all of these moms had memories. They had all these memories, you know, to look back on. And then I also loved the community, you know. I really wanted to get to know the community. No, you cannot have that. That's soda. So I really, you know, that's what I wanted to be a part of. I really wanted to join the YouTube community, and you know, get that support system, because I was alone. You know, before I became pregnant, I was into drugs and stuff, and after I became pregnant, I quit doing drugs immediately, obviously, and and I completely cut everybody out of my life, so I was lonely too. You know, I didn't have friends anymore, so that was another big thing, was, you know, trying to find people that could actually relate to me, you know, and that could understand what I was going through. In the end, this has turned into the most wonderful hobby I could have ever imagined. Karen Baumback would like to know, do you ever get lonely not having family around? Absolutely. That is my biggest complaint with being in Oregon, is I am so lonely. And, you know, people ask me, how are you lonely? You have Aleia, you have a daughter, you have your boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, you know, I sometimes even get jealous, you know, of Sean. And I feel bad, because I do. I get jealous because he has his best friend, Zach, here. He has his mom. He has his sister. You know, he has everything here, but I don't. You know, I don't have my friends. I don't have my mom. I don't have my sister. I don't have anything, you know, except for Sean and Aleia, you know. So, yeah, I get lonely. And I get a little bit jealous, you know, when Zach and Sean go and, you know, go do errands or whatever, and they go out together. I get jealous, you know. I wish I had my best friend Kendra here that I could go run errands with, you know. Get away from all of this to just be with my girl, you know. So, Camila Elkajar Nielsen would like to know, what would you do if Aleia came home as a teenager and told you she was pregnant? First of all, I would be extremely, extremely disappointed. I would be very disappointed, because I do plan on showing all of these videos to Aleia when she gets older, and just trying to show her, you know, through my experiences, the realities and how hard it was. And that's why I don't cookie cut things. That's why I don't lie to you guys, is because Aleia is going to look back at these. She is going to watch these, and, you know, I want her to see how hard it was. I want her to know that this was a struggle. Okay, so now that I have full battery, my memory is about to run out, so I have to now start rushing through this. I apologize. But, so yeah, if she were to become pregnant, then I would totally be super disappointed, but I would absolutely, you know, support her. You know, whatever she wanted to do, I would support that. If she wanted to keep the baby, I would support that. If she wanted to, you know, if she wanted to abort the baby, I would definitely try and talk her out of it and try and talk her into adoption, because I totally believe in pro-life. I am pro-life. If you're pro-choice, that is totally cool, man. That's all you. I would definitely try and help her to see the, I can't think, I would try and get her to do that, because I think it would be good. My mind when I have 1 minute of battery. Emma Sharman would also like to know, and how do you stay so focused on life in a positive way? If you have problems or something happened, and please come visit Australia one day. We all love you down here. Well, I love you guys a lot in your channel. And if you did, what would you do in Australia? If I went to Australia, I would come stay with you, Emma, and I would come hug you, and we would go have all the fun in the world, and you would show me Australia, and it would be the best time ever. How do you stay focused on life in a positive way? Basically, that's the only option. The only option is positivity. Yes, I do get in my own little funks of, not little funks, big funks of, you know, depression and, you know, hopelessness, and you just have to keep in mind that this is one tiny little part of your life, one tiny part of your life, and it all depends. Everything depends on the way you react. So just think about that. But, yeah, I'm about to run out of battery. I'm so sorry this was so rushed. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave it a big thumbs up and let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're not. We put out videos pretty often, sometimes not, but you know, that's the way it goes. Either way, I love you guys. Bye!